welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's another Helix video. My name's Johnny Lee, you know the score. Just hit subscribe. That's all we got to do. That's all I'm going to say. Just hit subscribe. There's no pressure. There's no pressure for anything. This is the home of free presets. And this is a kind of a rebuild and an add-on of one that I did the other day. If you were with me, you would have seen that I was using the PLEXI jump. Kind of ignored it for a long time. Don't know why. Just didn't really get on with it. But maybe since the 350 update, something has changed. But I do think it's a lot to do with the cab as well, because I talked about this cab, the Moon T75. I think that's probably got a lot to do with it as well. So the dynamics of the amp have kind of changed a little bit for me. And I like this amp now, to the point where I said last week that I was going to add some stuff to it, take it out, gig it, see what it was like, and it was amazing. Live, I was going through a 2x12 Power Cab Plus, which is brilliant. And then obviously I feed the PA as well from the Helix. And sometimes I don't even use the Power Cab. Sometimes I'm just direct, and I'll just use, you know, whatever monitors are available from the company that pays us to play. Anyway, let's begin at the beginning, which is always the best place to start. There's 3 snapshots with this. There's quite a lot going on, so get comfortable. There's a driver lead and a mild. I've got an automatic wah in there as well. If you don't know what the auto wah is, I have got a video showing how you can do this. And basically all that does is when the expression pedal is off, the wah is off. When the expression pedal is all the way back, the wah is off. And when it is activated forward, if you watch the screen, as I move my foot, it activates the wah, gives you the cheeky wah wah sound, and then pull your foot back and it goes off. You don't have to stand on the switch at the front and you're kind of fighting with it, because the Helix, realistically, that toe switch at the front, it's heavy duty, but it also makes it a little bit shit, I think. It was always a bit of a nightmare in the early days for me, trying to get that wah to activate, because you do really have to push quite hard on it. Consequently, the Helix is moving around on the floor and you're just having a little bit of a fucking nightmare. So let me show you what that does. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. After that, I've got a dual pitch. The dual pitch is adding like a POG. I have this kind of set up in my favourites anyway, because sometimes the band that I jump in with, they do Joe Satriani Super Colossal. So that gives the kind of dual pitch thing. I'll put that on for you in a minute. 2 drive pedals. I've got a Scream 808, which is only on in the drive. For the lead snapshot, I've got the Stupor Overdrive, and obviously stuff in the amp kind of changes a little bit. Kinky boost in between the amp and cab, along with the dynamic ambience. There's a mild kind of clean snapshot where the Trinity chorus comes on. I did say there was a lot going on, didn't I? I did say there was shit to pay attention to. I mean, if you're sitting on the toilet now and watching this, and you could be getting dead legs, there's nothing I can do about that. 2 delays, dual delay, which comes on for the lead snapshot, ping pong delay, which is kind of on all the time. Just quick. And then on the end is just the tile reverb. Obviously, then I've left you another snapshot completely clear. If you want to add a 4th snapshot and kind of change shit around and put boosts into this, that, and the other. So let me show you what the drive one sounds like, the drive snapshot, and I'll throw the dual pitch POG simulator on. Sounds nice. Turn the mic on, Jonathan. Then I hit the mild, and the mild activates the Trinity chorus and the drive goes down on the amp. could risk the pog there with a couple of chords, kind of an organy sound. Which I'd use this live sometimes just to kind of... The lead snapshot, what happens then is the stupid overdrive kicks into life, kicks the amp square in the dickage, which we all know and love. And obviously the drive of the amp jumps right up and then it becomes like real, proper, professional plexi. And I really like this lead tone now. This is kind of becoming my go-to. Oh, big changes happening in Johnny's world. Oh, fucking hell. Tell me, truthfully, does that not sound fucking huge? It's massive. Live, I was using the 2x12 power cab. It's great. Sometimes, again, I just go into the PA, and it still sounds awesome. I do think, though, and I'll kind of go on record and say this, that the Plexi amp wasn't really my vibe at the beginning. I didn't really like it. But I think since the 350 update, now that you can kind of pair it with cabs that you probably wouldn't normally do that with, because realistically, if you're going to get a Brit Plexi out, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to go, I'm going to get greenback 25s and use the greenback 25s because that's what goes with the Plexi. When realistically, this is the best cab for me. It really kind of lets this, Plexi amp kind of just like fucking have that front row. So there is your giggable patch. I used it at the weekend. I gigged with it. There was no real tweaking, to be honest. Probably I upped the high cut. I had the high cut down to about 6.5, and then as the night kind of moved on, I just upped to 7.8, and then that's a perfect balance for me. So if you are going to take this, a couple of things that you need to pay attention to. Pay attention to the cab. And pay attention to the bass on the amp and the sag on the amp and the presence on the amp. They're the 3 things that you should kind of alter around first, and you probably get the results that you really after. Anyway, thanks for coming. It's been a pleasure. You've been a laugh. It's always good to talk to you, and everything's free. This is what we do. Just subscribe. That's all. Nothing else. Just do that, and I'll see you soon for some more. Bitches.